Gansett Island episodes. Season 1, Episode 1, Victoria and Shannon. Written by Marie Force. Narrated by Joan Delaware at Brickshop Audio, Inc. Chapter 1. Desperate times called for desperate measures, or that was what Victoria Stevens told herself as she took an early lunch break for an errand she'd put off long enough. She had tried everything she could think of to get her boyfriend, Shannon, to open up to her without success, and there was only one person on this island who could help her figure out what to do next. On paper, Victoria was one half of a perfect relationship. Together nearly a year, she and Shannon O'Grady enjoyed a lot of the same activities, TV shows, and friends. They'd lived together for almost a year, laughed often, hardly fought, and had the hottest sex she'd ever had with anyone almost every day. Though she told herself it couldn't be better, that was a big fat lie. It could be better. It could be a lot better. What they had, she'd finally been forced to acknowledge, was a lovely, wonderful, surface relationship that lacked the kind of true intimacy she craved. She saw what she wanted for herself every day in the couples she worked with as a certified nurse midwife, and refused to settle for less in her own life. So even if her relationship with Shannon seemed perfect on the surface, the foundation was shaky. For one thing, they never talked about anything important beyond their work schedules, what was for dinner, or whether they should go to a party they'd been invited to. In some ways, she felt like she didn't know him any better now than she had the day she met him, and that was a problem she couldn't continue to ignore, as much as she might want to. 5 years ago, she would have ignored it. She would have told herself to stop being melodramatic and enjoy what she had. The future would take care of itself. But staring down her 29th birthday had her taking stock of where she'd expected to be by 30. And it was not in a go-nowhere relationship with the hottest guy she'd ever met, let alone dated. She'd waited until Shannon, a deckhand for the Gansett Island Ferry Company, departed on the 11 o'clock boat to the mainland. As she walked into town from the clinic where she worked, she saw the boat he was on way off in the distance. That meant the coast was clear for her trip to the ferry landing, which bustled with activity on a Friday in late June. This was the right thing to do, or so she told herself. If she allowed in any other thought, such as the propriety of asking Shannon's cousin questions she probably ought to ask Shannon himself, she might chicken out.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?